Hi everyone, welcome. And I know there's a really bad flicker. I'm on my newer phone, which you would think that I'd have less issues with a newer phone. My old phone I put on charge yesterday, and it's one of those ones that doesn't plug in, it actually just sits on top of the charger. Well, it didn't charge, so it's completely dead. So I couldn't use it this morning. And of course I didn't check until I went live. Anyway. So welcome everyone, my name's Tracy.bish. I'm a stampinup demonstrator in Australia, and every Sunday we go live with a Sunday challenge. This week's Sunday challenge is Snowflakes, so I'm super excited for that. I'm going to keep my hands here only because it seems to stop it from flickering from my phone. Hi everyone, hi Cheryl. Hi Melinda, how are you? So nice to have you here. So this week's challenge is Snowflakes. I'm hoping that I can get through this whole live without this phone dying because, of course, this one's almost ready to die as well. I tell you, technology problems are something that I struggle with all the time. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let me show you the project that we're going to be making today. It's this one here. It's a little chocolate box and opens up, and we have some of these beautiful Lindor caramel squares. I think that's how they say Lint or Lindor. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't eat them. I'm a bit of a chocolate snob, and I'm not huge on chocolate in the first place. But I've heard that these are really nice. Okay, so isn't this gorgeous? There is snowflakes embossed in the background. We have this beautiful storybook gnome DSP, which has got snowflakes all through it. And the stamp set, or the whole bundle that we're using today, is Celebrate with Tags, and that has a beautiful snowflake in it as well. So excited to share with you this one. Good morning, Marion. Good morning, Jeanette. Hi, Judith. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Happy that you're here. Okay, so we're starting off with, let's just go through some of the projects, the products. The Celebrate with Tags bundle. I love this one because it has 2 different tags in it and lots of different dies to use both with the stamp set and extras, which is always really good. I'm using the gorgeous iridescent trim, which is really, really pretty for the top of our box. And also the Wintery embossing folder. That is a 2-pack. It's in the annual catalogue, and there is like a pine cone one as well. So that's the embossing folder that we have, and the Storybook Gnomes DSP. I love this DSP. This is so pretty. Has so many different pages in here that you can actually just fussy cut from or die cut from, depending if you have that the whole bundle. There are some things that will die cut from, but a lot of things you'll have to fussy cut, and I love that we have that in our DSP. All right, so I have my kit here ready to go. Now all the measurements are over on my blog, and the blog post link is in the description of this video. We're using Pacific Point card base, balmy blue card base, and a piece of this beautiful Storybook Gnomes DSP. And I've grabbed the colors out of our DSP to create the box. All right, so we're going to start off with making our box first. This measures 8.5 by 4 inches, and I'm just going to grab my trimmer. We're going to do a few score lines, and I'm going to pop my score blade in. So we're going to score at 3 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches. And the measurements are over on my blog, so don't worry about writing them down. 7 and 8. And then we're just going to flip it around and score at 1 inch. So very, very simple box that we're making here today. So we have that ready to go. We're also going to emboss our piece now before we start popping it together. So I want to grab my cut and emboss machine. And I'm not sure if it's a 3D, I need to put them on my embossing folders. That way I know whether it's a 3D. I don't think it is. So I think we're just going to need 2 plates and a number 1. How's everyone's morning going? And I'm going to place it in. Really, we only want the top part of our box. We don't need our base of our box to be embossed. So I'm just going to place that in like so and run that through. Okay, I'm having a mental blank this morning. What do I need? I love that we have so many different embossing folders, but man, it gets confusing. Maybe it is a 3D. So I'm still not ready for my holiday yet. We stayed up till, I don't know, 10:30 last night, getting everything still going. We've still got things to do today, so I do need my embossing plate. So it was a late night, and I think because we've got a day full of lots of things to do again today, I'm just not quite with it. So because it didn't go quite to the edge, because these are fairly small embossing folders, I'm just going to do the rest or the other side so it has a good image all the way along. Looks like a lovely day outside. Yes, Marion, it is going to be an absolute beautiful sunshine day, which makes a nice change. I think as of tomorrow we've got rain coming back, but you've got to enjoy the sunshine while we have it. So I'm just going to fold and burnish on those score lines. Jeanette, you're still relaxing in Albury. That's awesome. Have a wonderful time. Is it stopped raining up there too? Okay. Now I did emboss, and I probably could have kept it so I didn't emboss the very bottom. It's a tiny little bit. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to matter at all. So we have, oh, there's another line there. Okay. You don't want to burnish too much because you will knock out all that embossed image. Okay, perfect. So we are going to add or cut up our score lines. So I'm going to take off this little tab. It's just a tiny little tab, and miter cut in. I've got an extra score line here. Let me have a quick look, because we don't need the extra score line. 3 inches, 4 inches, 6 and 7. No. I think I've got an extra score line. We don't need this 6 inch. So you're going to score it at 3 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches. I have no idea why there is a score line at the 6 inch. Amazing. It'll be fine. All right, so we've cut up this one. We're also going to cut up our tabs that will help put the box together, and I'm just making sure that I don't cut up this one. We don't want that one to be cut up because that's the front of my box. We'd have to do this all over again. And this other little tab just here. These are these little pieces. So this is my very last live before going on holidays and before I get back. So I think that's made me nervous too, because it's the last one. So like I said, very, very simple box, but I still managed to do something wrong in it, but that's okay. I'm going to use tear and tape. You could use your green glue, any good strong adhesive to pop it together. And on our tab here, we're just going to add a strip. There's not a lot of weight in the box, so you don't have to use a lot, but I'm going to add a little bit of on our tabs. So I've got a few things still left to do. I haven't completed all my swaps for on stage when we get back, so that is something that I'm going to try and get done as best or as quickly as I can. And I'm also going to add some tear and tape on the front of the box. So where the tab is, you're going to add along the tab these two small tabs, and then this large, the base of your box as well. Jeanette said, the last 2 days have been lovely. Perfect, that's what we've had as well. The Murray is very high. Yeah, I've heard at Echuca, it's actually very high there as well. We've got our local rivers are up, and we're on a little bit of a flood watch. So hopefully these 2 days of dry weather can clear it a little bit. I really don't want to have a flood while we're not here. Extra stress for everyone. So I'm just going to line these two up. Like so. Going to take the backings off the two side pieces, and I'm just going to grab my piercing tool for that. I find the backings come off a little bit easier with these. So just lining those up and placing down. Oh my goodness, see, we're going to go the other way because you actually want it on the other tab. I hope my day goes better than it has this morning. I can show you what not to do, everyone. I'm good at that. Okay, last one. Yes, I was working on, while I was waiting for my husband to do a few jobs that I couldn't help him with, I went back and started doing a few more of my swaps. And it's really mainly for packaging, like the swaps are actually complete. But one of my 3D items is a little bit smaller, so I've got them in a little plastic bag, and I've created a topper for it. So that's what I was doing last night as well. So we are going to do some die cutting now. We have I just got the low battery, so we need to hurry up. I'm going to use this die for our tag here. We're also going to grab out the snowflake and that circle and cut these ones out. So let's grab hopefully I'll be able to run these through maybe just once. I will have to come back to do our little banner with the bee jolly, but that'll be fine. Actually, we'll have to go through twice because we need the snowflake in the middle of the circle. So I've just lined those ones up. We've got the circle in Balmy Blue, Snowflake in Pacific Point, and then our tag there. I'll pop this one back through with the snowflake in the middle. And these snowflakes are so super delicate, they're gorgeous. Run this one through really quickly. And you've got an extra snowflake for a card or another project. I'm going to also grab out the Balmy Blue. We're going to do a little bit of stamping and heat embossing with the Versamark. And there's actually a couple of sentiments that you can use with the die. There's a little banner die in there. We are going to go with the Be Jolly because it is for Christmas or wintry themed. So I'm just going to quickly... I'm super worried that I'm going to die in the middle. Actually, it's not on that one. It's on this one. So the more I rush now, the more I'll probably make a mistake, but we'll get there. I'm going to use the white powder. That flickering is so bad. I don't understand why my phone does that. I've changed all the settings. I've tried everything. So I'm just going to grab my heat tool and just melt that powder. And then we can come back in with that banner die. Does anyone have any plans for the weekend? We're actually going out for lunch today. My son's girlfriend's birthday is while we're away. So we're going out to celebrate her birthday because we won't be able to celebrate it while we're away. So that's going to be really nice. Gotta love a nice lunch out. And I'm all about the food. So there is a little banner here. There's also actually a second banner which has like the banner ends. But we're just going to use that one there. I'm going to bring this back in. And run this through quickly. Is that my internet connection, Judith? I wouldn't put it past it at the moment. With all that rain, hasn't been the best. Okay, let's quickly pop this together. So there are little score lines in this, but we're going to score it as well at 2.5 inches on either end. So just placing it at the 2.5 inch. And 2.5 inches. And that gives us our little top. There is a score line in the middle from the die, but we want to place 2 score lines there so it sits at the top of the box, just like that. So I'm going to glue one side in, just with a little green glue, I think. It's a little liquid glue. And that's the back, but I'm going to actually, because of that score line that I've popped in that I shouldn't have popped in, I'm going to make that the back for this one. So just placing it in the middle. I'm going to use my bone folder just to push down so it attaches. There is that dimension of the embossed. Cute. Going to inlay our 2 dies. Don't these colours look great together? And I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back. So I'm not actually gluing them in, but by placing the dimensionals over the top, they'll be held in place. And I know it's an overkill, but it's not going to fall out and it's not going to be squashed either. Going to add just a side piece of our dimensional, so the bones. Like so. And I think my hubby may have gotten into my chocolates because I've only got one left. And I'm pretty sure I had enough to do this project, so I don't eat them. So either he's gotten into them or maybe one of my kids did when they were home, because that happens as well. Even though we have a shop just off my craft room, they know to come here for the different things. So I'm just adding a glue dot. You could also use a what are they called? You know those sticky things that stick together? You guys will know. So we're just going to do a little bow. I'm sorry I'm all over the place this morning. We have a lot on. Yeah, so I wanted a little bow that actually had long bits coming off the bow. So it sort of hung down over the project. I think that looks really good. And we're going to add that with a glue dot. And I'm actually going to put 2 down on this, only because there's a lot of dimension and these are fluffy as well. So you want to make sure that it gets a good hold on your paper. And glue dots work really well. I use them all the time for ribbon as an adhesive. But because there's so much dimension and it's all fluffy as well, you just want to make sure it has a really good hold. And I think they work really well. Oh, Velcro dots. That's it, Judith. Thank you. I knew you guys said no. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad that you enjoy the box. Yeah, the colour combo is straight out of our DSP. I think if you're looking, if you struggle with colour combos, have a look at your DSP because it tells you all the coordinating colours in there. I think anyone would love a little gift like this. They're actually a little bit bigger than the Lindt chocolates, so you could make it a little bit smaller, but I think if you want to give a little gift, sort of has to be at least a decent size. So, and they fit 3 in there nicely, as you can see. And you know, you could always fit something else at the top. Maybe add, I don't know, something else at the top, which another sort of form of chocolate maybe. So super cute. So that's this week's challenge, Snowflakes. I hope that you can join in. I think snowflakes are always great for a Christmas card. Even here in the South Pacific where we're going into summer, I still like to create Christmas cards with a wintry theme. I think you can't really go past that. We've sort of grown up with it anyway. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jeanette. I know it is a busy time, but I'm glad that I'm still here with you, everyone. And I will have a wonderful holiday. Now, before we go, I just want to let you know about a couple of quick announcements. The Starter Kit Plus is available throughout the month of October. Now, this is a fantastic deal. If you love Stampin' Up products and you're going to spend $169 worth of product, I highly recommend you purchasing the Starter Kit. At the moment through October, it's $169. You choose the product that you want to put inside it, but you're choosing $283 worth of product. So that's $114 absolutely free. It's free shipping. You'll get business supplies, but you don't have to run it as a business. If you just want to be a discount shopper for yourself or for your friends and family, you certainly can. And there's no lock-in contract. So $114 free is amazing. You don't have to run classes or do videos, anything like this. You can just purchase at a discount because you'll get 20% off all future orders after you've purchased the starter kit. So that is available. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to help you out with that, and I'd love to welcome you to my INKY Stampers team because we're a great little group. And also, while we're at it, I have the Christmas Stamp Camp. Now, the registration is now open. That flickering is bad. And there are 8 projects in the Stamp Camp. I've teamed up with my wonderful friend Wendy Cranford for this one. And yeah, it's all 3D and fun fold. We're using 2 different bundles or 2 different suites from the mini catalogue. We have the Storybook Gnomes as well as the Santa Express. This class is amazing. I love all 8 projects. So in the class, you'll be getting the 8 project kits all cut and ready to go. You're getting a quarter pack of the DSP with the Storybook Gnomes as well as the quarter pack of the Santa Express suite. That DSP, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Santa Express. You're going to get a full pack of the Memories and More cards for the Santa Express. You're also going to get the adhesive back stars, so these ones here, and a full roll of this iridescent trim, as well as there's also a little gift in there as well, which is awesome. So you're getting a ton of Stampin' Up product, as well as your card kits ready to go, PDF and video tutorials. So it's awesome. $85 here in Australia. There is also an option to get the online only version. So if you're outside of Australia and you would like to purchase the online only version, you can do so with the registration. There is a link to the registration in the video here. So if you want to go and check that out, there's a little bit more information there as well. And registration closes the 1st of November. So super, super cool little 2 little events and things going on. But yeah, the Starter Kit Plus is amazing. So if you've been thinking about maybe purchasing the starter kit or becoming a demonstrator, now's the time because you're getting so much value for your money. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really appreciate it. I have videos coming out both Thursdays and Sundays, so you can still come back and join in. I just won't be live, but hopefully there'll be less mistakes with the videos being recorded anyway. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your Sunday or your weekend, wherever you are, and I'll see you all very soon. All right, bye-bye.